I love drawing. It was always been something I have loved since I was a child, and I think it is the only art that will never die. No wonder it is literally the first thing that humans actually made. Drawing is actually never dies. Just the idea of drawing something and actually giving it a story in the background without even saying a word is actually crazy. It was always something special. But there is a question though. Why artists never happy? Wait, I'm an artist? Maybe the title is kind of exaggerated, but I will explain. Because I can now write that on the title like, oh, percentage of 60% of artists are not happy. I like to write the title in a simple way. It was always the type of titles I do. Artists in sadness is something that is very common. And I will not say all sadness, but in happiness. He will be a normal person, but not happy. And as I said already, I'm not generalizing. Is that word? I myself, I'm not sad person. You too, you may be not a sad person. But even if you go back in history, it actually confirms what I'm saying. As an example, Michelangelo. He suffered from severe depression, relationship problems. Edvard Munch, the painter of the Scream, which I really love, suffered from severe depression too, and I think it was because of his miserable life. His life was really very bad. His grandfather also suffered from depression, and his aunt was diagnosed with schizophrenia. His childhood is just... His mother and also one of his sisters died. Edgar, they said because he was starting to get blind. And my favorite artist of all time, Van Gogh, the most depressed artist to ever exist. I never seen someone with more miserable life than this man. It is sad, I love this man. His life is actually so unhappy. The other artists, they got popularity and love for what they did when they actually are alive. Maybe not as now, but they actually got the reputation of an artist. But Van Gogh, his art was actually rejected. He was trying to sell it in the alleys, but no one wanted it. But now it's worth millions. Why artists depressed? And you might say it's not even related to art, it's actually related to the miserable life, or maybe them character is already like depressed and sad. But I say nuh-uh.
Oh, I got this. Shell, Twitter, McDonald's, Coca-Cola.
Give any artist your drawing and he will actually glaze it like nothing ever. Because the artists actually understand, even if you were weak in drawing, he knows that he was in that point at one time. Ask the artist himself what is the worst work he saw in his life and his answer will be his own art. And it's something I had. Yeah, I deeply had this. You always focus on the details of your work, especially like the details that actually no one sees. Only you sees those. People will say, oh, good drawing, but you know there is something bad about it. You know, like the neck isn't on point, the hand is not, man, something like no one sees and you see it only. And it sometimes make you go crazy inside your head and you're always like, okay, this is actually bad. What the fuck I am doing? Why I'm not good? Perfection is something that all artists and painters have suffered from. Specifically, when you make something, you try to make it complete and perfect as possible. So if there is one missing thing in it, it will cause you to collapse. And this is the reason of the lack of the happiness in artists. That search of perfection is always there. It was always an actual eternal concept that humans searched for. But the wall of truth is there is no perfection. Even you knowing this, that there is no perfection, it never stops you from actual go deeper to find it. And that's the problem. Artists always desire to have perfection.
Fake. 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 That's the only real one.
And I think if you are an artist, you always wanna like raise the level from the last work you did to the next one. If there is other artists that reach that level, why not me? And I will talk about myself again because I'm not talking from the experience of other people, I'm talking from my own experiences. I don't like comfort. It's not like I don't like rest, no. I will give an example that I found in a video under the same topic. Watch that video, it's actually good, it's actually iconic, I love that video. If you have a room and the room is messy and you know that you will never organize the room, would you say that, oh, it's because I can't find a way to organize it, maybe you don't have time or something? No, it's because this person is so used of this unorganized room. He feels the comfort in that place. He does not feel inferior or he need to do something else. He just feels good in that room, and I don't have that. I don't like comfort. It is if you said an artist stayed on his level of drawing for over the years. That's a happy person. The next drawing, the next thing I will make, it must and it need to be better than the last thing I did. The next work I will do, it must and it need to be better than the last thing I did. It need to be perfect in the most possible way. And then the next one, it need to be more perfect. And then the next one need to be more perfect. And I spin in this fucking circle till I lose my mind. And it's like I can't stop. It's just there, and just like better and better and better. You just create this thing with all the power you got. You step back, you look at it, and you think that it's not enough. Isn't that crazy?
What's this? Because, and I know what you guys are gonna say, it's a chicken tender. No, it's not. Cut the cameras.
Obsessions of details. The fucking OCD, if you can call it that. And I know if you're an artist in any way, I know you have it. Even in a small way, you have it. The most dangerous thing about it, it's not that, oh, it's just in drawing. It just transferred to all your life. So therefore, you will never find happiness. Because you actually look at life as you look at your drawing. You always look at the details of your own life as you look at the details of your own drawing. It's like when you're drawing something or you work on anything and you just fixing that thing and you spend hours and hours on it and you know nobody will see it. It's just you who will see that thing, and you actually spend all your time fixing that specific thing. Or maybe sometimes you just like your brain is just fucked, you just see something bad in it. There is nothing, you just hate it. This is not like bragging, but like some people, my friends say my drawings are good. If you ask me which fucking drawing I like, I'm saying none. Maybe there is this, like I'm saying, oh cool, yeah, it is cool. Then I look down, it's like, it's not perfect. There is always something I fucking hate about it. I actually met with somebody in the past that actually draws like 100 level drawing, and whenever he finish an actual drawing, he rip it off and start another one. At that time I was like, oh, this man is retarded. But it is that obsessions of details that overcame him. The artists, I will not say all of them are depressed, but I would say some of them are never happy because they always feel that what they are doing is never enough.
يا عمر لشو كل هالتي ان تي اللي عندك؟
عشان افجر بيها الكرويين.
تفجر فيها الكرويين، يعني كم حطيت؟
10 مليون.
10 ولا كمبيوتري.
Art is passion, passion is pain. I think this is the best way to actually explain this thing. Again, I will keep saying this. I'm not saying all artists are sad. I'm just saying from my own actual experience and my point of view on this thing. I'm not naming the video my experience with. I'm just saying about my experience, and I know a lot of people will actually have the same thing. So maybe tell me in the comments what is your actual ideas about this. Will I ever reach perfection? Hell no! With this mentality, I don't think so, and I don't believe even there is perfection to begin with. But the idea that there is like this perfection that you might reach one day, where you actually be like, oh, this is what I always wanted, is good idea. Not gonna lie, it keeps me going. It's good. It makes you get better every day, isn't it? It's actually a good concept. So this idea as itself, it's not fully bad. It is good to make you develop yourself to be the next level, the best you every day. So I do wish you a good day with big smiles and a lot of sun, and I deeply wish that you're actually happy.
I want to see the flaws rather than quickly going, yeah, that'll do. But most importantly, I need to remember that all of this discontentment, all of this self-doubt doesn't mean we should quit. It means we're actually onto something. Because the people who feel the sting of their own inadequacies and then keep working at it, they are the ones who eventually find the magic.